My name is Mark Cook. I'm an avian ecologist for the South Florida Water Management District, and we're going to fly out in this helicopter here, Bell 407, and we're going to fly out over the Everglades. We're going to look to see where the birds are foraging so we can get a handle on how we can manage the system this week. And then we're going to fly down to a whole bunch of different wading bird colonies and just check up on them, see how they're doing in terms of where they are in the breeding cycle. Are they nesting? Are they on eggs? Are they on chicks? And just basically find out sort of what kind of conditions some of these birds are in. First of all, we're going to be flying over the Loxahatchee National Wildlife Refuge. That's sort of characterized by lots of small pop-up tree islands. And these tree islands are the biodiversity hotspots of the Everglades. That's where all the birds nest. That's where you get multiple species of plants and trees. It's where everything nests pretty much. The alligators, the snakes, the amphibians, thousands of species of invertebrates. So real biodiversity hotspots of the Everglades, and absolutely essential for most of the critters in the Everglades. You know, that's where all the birds are nesting. And then we're going to be flying into Water Conservation Area 3A. That's where we have the largest wading bird colony in the Everglades. It's a colony called Alley North, north of the Alligator Alley, the big road that runs across the Everglades. That's about a mile long, about a third of a mile wide, and right now it is a host to probably 10 to 15,000 white ibis plus another 3,000 or 4,000 great egrets and other species as well. So that colony is really booming just right at this moment. Everything's starting to nest and really very active. Then the next step is to fly all the way to the southwest corner of Water Conservation Area 3A, right on the border of Big Cypress National Preserve. And there we'll be looking at 2 woodstalk colonies. Those colonies are supporting in total about 1,000 woodstalk nests right now. So this year is doing really great for the woodstalk. We've had perfect conditions for them. We had a really wet summer, and that's critical because it enables the water to spread all over the Everglades and a lot of the other wetlands that are surrounding the Everglades. Those wet conditions are essential for growing the fish that the birds will require during the nesting period. So for the last year we've been growing all this fish across the landscape, and now what we're looking for is these really nice dry conditions. We're in the dry season now, so we don't want any major rain events. We want a nice dry down where the water levels drop across the landscape, the aerial surface of the water shrinks in the Everglades, and what that does is the fish all congregate and become concentrated in these small pools of water, and that's what the birds require to feed on these fish. They need really high densities of prey, and the reason is because they're tactile foragers. The white ibis and the woodstock are tactile foragers. They feed by touch, they don't feed by sight. They put their bill in the water and move it around, and they have a really quick reaction time. The woodstock has the fastest reflex we think of any vertebrate animal. 25 milliseconds it takes for the bill to snap shut, which is far faster than the response of the fish. But because of the method by which they forage, they require these high densities of prey. And that's what's happening right now. We've got a great dry down of the Everglades. The fish are all becoming concentrated, and that's why we're seeing these huge big flocks right now of woodstalks and ibis and other species. Now the woodstock and the white ibis are some of our key indicator species, both for restoring the Everglades and for water management, for guiding water management and where to put water, where not to put water, etc. And the reason for that is because they are such specialist foragers, and so they're very reflective of the health of the prey species and are characteristic of the conditions that were historically in the Everglades. So they're really useful for guiding water management and for guiding how we need to restore the system for future restoration.